So everyone knows about the Logitech G Pro Superlight. We all know it's an exceptional mouse, but we also all know that it's an expensive mouse. It's €150. So is there a better option for those budget conscious gamers out there? I think so, and I believe it's the Logitech. I'm holding this very janky. The Logitech G305. So right into the unboxing. Inside this box, once again I'm holding it like a weirdo. Inside this box you do get the mouse itself, you get the extension cable that the receiver plugs into. The receiver, when you actually get the mouse, don't worry if it's not in the box, you will find it in here underneath the cap on the mouse itself. You also get a Logitech sticker, big blue LG sticker, whatever that logo is, and you get just some general documentation. First impressions, the mouse itself feels quite robust. It feels very well built. It's finished in like this matte plastic sort of material. Plastic. It does feel quite robust, and I think it's due to the weight being 99 grams, so it feels heavy, rugged, strong gamer mouse. But it does, honestly, it feels really well built for how much it costs. It really does. Clicks and button presses feel good, tactile, and the only thing I've noticed on first impressions would be the scroll wheel. I don't know if you can hear that, but the scroll wheel isn't the most amazing scroll wheel in the world, but it's completely okay. Now, in regards to the specs of the mouse, the height, which is actually the length of the mouse, but Logitech lists it as the height is 116.6 millimeters. The width of the mouse, which is the booty, or basically how wide it is from here to here, is 62.15 millimeters, and then the depth, which is the actual height of the mouse, okay, is 38.2 millimeters, and it weighs 99 grams, and that is 99 grams including the battery. And speaking of the battery, Logitech lists the battery life as 250 hours, though your mileage may vary. They do have two performance modes on this mouse, so they have obviously one is performance mode, as I just said, and eco mode. There is an eco mode on it as well, so obviously your battery usage can completely vary from that mode being switched on or off. Even your computer can change it. Even the battery inside the mouse can alter how long it lasts. So there's all these little small implications, but Logitech say 250 hours. The responsiveness of the mouse is quite impressive. The wireless report rate is 1000 hertz, 1 millisecond response time basically. They use the Lightspeed wireless technology that's in the G Pro wireless, and the microprocessor is a 32-bit ARM. I don't know what that is, but I do know that Lightspeed is very good, and a 1 millisecond response time is also very good. In regards to tracking, that's the next spec on the list. We have the Hero sensor, okay, that's Logitech's mouse sensor. The resolution of the mouse is between 200 and 12,000 dpi. That can be changed in the Logitech software to your preference. They say there's zero smoothing, acceleration, filtering, or whatever they mean by that, and the max acceleration on the mouse is 40 Gs, which is tested on the Logitech G305 gaming mousepad. The max acceleration is 400 IPS, also tested on the exact same mousepad. So from my gaming experience, I was really blown away by this. This is my first ever wireless mouse that I've owned myself. I'm blown away completely. I was so impressed by the latency. It was practically, I didn't even notice it. It felt like a wired mouse, but still getting the wireless experience, which it just speaks volumes as to how responsive it is. Logitech really has done some fantastic work with their Lightspeed technology and their Hero sensor for the tracking. It truly does deliver here. Like I said, you are getting a wired experience on a wireless device. And like I was saying before, the Hero sensor has been exceptional with its tracking on my Aqua Control Plus. No issues there whatsoever. My only actual issue with gaming was, well, I had two things. First was the PFT feet, which are just not as high quality as I would have liked, but I can't really complain at the price of the mouse. And also just how narrow the build is. I would get hand cramps every now and again. Nothing major, just something that I noticed. And now, speaking of the shape of the mouse, that leads me to the comparison between this mouse and my main mouse, the Endgame XM1. So starting off, the Endgame is a longer mouse than the G305. It also has a wider base. The G305's base is quite narrow for my own liking. It's also very straight edged. I would get some discomfort after prolonged periods of gaming. For reference, I've never had that feeling with the XM1. Both mice are the same height, so my palms felt relatively similar when resting. But once again, you can see here the XM1 has that wider, more contoured shape that just suits my hand so much more. It also weighs 29 grams lighter, so there was a little slight adjustment period when using the G305, but it's nothing drastic that would really hinder the experience. In fact, if you really are desperate to lose some weight off this mouse, you can actually get lithium ion batteries that knock 10 grams off the weight, bringing it down to 89 grams. The Logitech does feel much more robust and durable than the XM, with no button creaks or squeaks that I do find a small bit on the XM, but that's standard for a mouse that's so light. Also as well, it could be that my G305 is brand new compared to my XM being nearly a year old. I guess time will tell. The stock G305 PFTE feet, that was kind of hard to say. Those stock PTFE feet feel nowhere near as good as the XM ones. It's not even a contest. It really isn't. And that's all I can really say. You can see the shape there for yourselves. There's a slight couple of differences. It's just a wider, more spread shape on the XM1, much more balanced I feel than the Logitech, which is much more centrally balanced, if you know what I mean. It has much more structural integrity in the center where the palm would rest than towards like the outside of the palm. You can see it there when it's resting in mine compared to the XM1 where it just sits much more nice. But it also just depends on your general hand size. So if you want to change macros or have custom DPIs, you can use the Logitech software. Obviously you can change your DPI from between 400 and 12,000. Now the Logitech software is called the Logitech G Hub. I'm sure many of you are already aware of it. You can change DPI speeds, you can change the power mode from performance to eco, you can change the polling rate, and you can also change the actual commands of the mouse buttons themselves to just have a custom command when you are just using your computer generally. So on to the price. The price of this mouse normal retail is 60 euros. A lot of places now give deals for around 45 euros. I actually got mine for 30 euros on Amazon. It's a very good deal. Regardless though, it's an exceptionally good price for a mouse of this quality in my opinion. And if you want to get on that wireless gaming mouse vibe, like it's a no-brainer for 60 euros. It's the perfect entry point to find out really if you actually like wireless gaming mice or if you prefer wired. So final thoughts for me, I paid 30 euro for this mouse. Like I'm over the moon with this. For that price, it's absolutely astonishing. It's performed so good for the price. I can't emphasize it enough. Now for me, it's not as good as the XM1, but I just prefer the lighter mouse, I guess, as well as the shape of the XM1, which I believe is probably one of the best shaped mice on the market today. But if you are looking for a wireless mouse, stick this on your shortlist. Do look into it. I do recommend it. I really do. Especially if you can get some good deals and get it for like 45-30 euros. You are gonna get your money's worth. Now of course, we would all love a super light, but like I said, it's 150 euros retail. Okay, you can get so much better equipment for your setup with the rest of that budget. If you buy a G305 for 45, you could get a really nice keyboard and a nice mouse pad for less than that. My Arm Pro 2, as you can just see here, like I paid a bit extra so I could get it sooner, but if you go onto certain places like Banggood, you can get an Arm Pro for like 60 quid. That's a good keyboard, it really is. I've done a video on it, you should watch it. Yeah, it's better to spread out your money, you know, and balance out the equipment that you have. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's been a long time, 2 months since my last video, so it has been a while in the making. I've just been settling into my new home. Yeah, I guess that's why I haven't been making videos. It hasn't felt right yet. But I feel good on this one. yeah, it's just I feel it feels right. Hopefully there's more videos after this. We've got new equipment coming in as well. Well, I actually do have it. I just need to get a certain cable so it works with the phone. We actually picked up the Video Micro. A review will be coming out on that as well. We'll be comparing it to the Quadcast, which I've used obviously for most of my videos, and of course comparing it to the actual phone mic, so you can see how much of an improvement there is there for all you content creators out there. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. You know, it does actually help out the channel a lot, and I do really appreciate it. I appreciate all the feedback as well, even the negative feedback, because it helps me grow. I've had some negative comments on some like last videos, and like it genuinely helps me improve my content. Well, at least I hope it does anyway. So I appreciate all comments, you know, negative, positive, you name it. I'm here to listen. You know, constructive criticism is good. But listen, thank you again so much for watching, subscribing, and continuing to consume my content, and hopefully there's many more to come. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.